Hello, I'm Cam Johnson, Public Affairs Manager for Cox Communications, and I'd like to welcome you to another great episode of Across the Gulf Coast. We got a great show in store for you this month where we'll have several organizations come in and tell us about events that they are hosting across the Gulf Coast this spring. First of which, we're going to start in Okaloosa County. We got a great event happening in Fort Walton Beach with the Emerald Coast Crime Stoppers, and I have Jill Kendall and Nicole Wagner joining me. Ladies, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Nicole, let's start with you. A lot of people have heard of Crime Stoppers. Obviously, every now and then we'll have something flare up in the community where everybody hears about Crime Stoppers, whether it be a big case or something going on. But most people might not really understand what Crime Stoppers does or what your overall mission is. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
That's true. And most people, when they hear Crime Stoppers, they immediately think of law enforcement. And law enforcement plays a vital role in the Crime Stoppers program. But Crime Stoppers itself is not a law enforcement agency. It's actually a nonprofit organization that is run by a civilian board of directors that make the day-to-day decisions in the operation. But the concept behind Crime Stoppers is simple. We pay anonymous cash rewards to individuals that provide information that assist law enforcement in solving crimes or locating wanted fugitives or locating stolen property. And it's all done anonymously because the one thing we've always found is that people don't want to get involved when there's a crime that happens, or maybe they have some information and they're afraid of retaliation or something like that. Well, Crime Stoppers provides them 3 different ways to anonymously contact law enforcement without actually coming forward or having to go to court or anything like that. And of course, cash rewards are available of up to $3,000.
Up to $3,000. So
yes.
How does that happen? Where somebody might do a tip. How do they determine the amount in which the reward?
And that's actually done by the Civilian Board of Directors. They
Okay.
meet once a month and they decide what that tip was worth based on what law enforcement tells them from the tip. They submit what are called disposition reports, and then the board goes through each tip and decides, well, that had some severe felony charges, so that one warrants a little more of reward, of course. Yeah, and of course homicides, things like that are going to be on the higher tier. But we'll take information about any crime, no matter what the crime is.
And you said there's 3 different ways to notify Crime Stoppers. What are those 3 ways?
There is. Of course, there's always the anonymous phone call, which is the 863-TIPS or 863-8477. We also have the anonymous web tipping available, and we've recently added a mobile tip, which is the P3 mobile app. You can go download. It's free, and that we have 2-way communication with you, which is 100% anonymous.
So you have the regular Crime Stoppers, but don't you also have a version for school age?
We do, and it was actually about 10 years ago we launched the student Crime Stoppers in the Okaloosa County schools, and we also cover Walton County now as well. But we launched it in the schools. We've taken loaded weapons out of schools. We've taken knives out of schools. But the rewards in that case are up to $500. But we have taken tips on everything from bullying to, of course, narcotics or things that are being sold in the schools. So.
If somebody wants to get involved with Crime Stoppers, how would they go about doing that?
Well, they can contact myself or Jill anytime. Of course, we do have a website, emeraldcoastcrimestoppers.com. You can learn about the board of directors, and they all come from a lot of different backgrounds. I know Jill is a civilian that's never served in law enforcement, but we do have several law enforcement members that actually sit on the board as well. But they can contact myself or Jill, again, emeraldcoastcrimestoppers.com, and we're always looking for board members.
And one of the tasks as a board member is to help with fundraising, to help, as Nicole says, a nonprofit organization, so that to help you guys roll and to be able to hand out all the awards and everything. You need funding, of course, and y'all have a great event coming up in Fort Walton Beach here pretty soon. Why don't you tell me about what's coming up in April?
April 22nd at Uptown Station is our big crawfish boil extravaganza. So definitely become a premier event in the spring. Crawfish is the best in April every year. And last year we added on a 5K run. So it's really a big event now. We started this about 8 years ago. It gives the community a chance to just kind of pop in at Uptown Station, pull up, eat. You can take it to go. It's all in to-go boxes if you want to take it home. Stop by, eat. We've got tables and chairs out there for everyone, some covered areas to sit and eat. And then be on your way for the day. We've got some cars out there for a car show. 5K run starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. Last year they already had 300 runners, so it was a big year last year for the first 5K run. Crawfish is ready just after that for the runners, then for the general public about 11 o'clock. And we sell out every year. I mean, last year we had 1,500 pounds of crawfish, but we also have shrimp too, Cam, for those who aren't the big
Everybody does
crawfish
love
eaters.
crawfish.
So we will have shrimp available as well, but the potatoes, corn, sausage, the whole 9 yards. We're really working this year so closely to try to get a live band. I think that'll take the event to be a really spectacular event if we can have a live band out there for a little while and have the mood going for a Mardi Gras, the whole season of crawfish.
Sure. So for the 5K, if people want to sign up, how do they do that?
Active.com, it's $20 for an early registration, but all the information's out there on active.com, April 22nd. That portion of benefits the Explorer program, and that's run by our school resource officers in the Explorer program. And then the crawfish boil kicks in right afterwards at 11 o'clock.
Okay, and if they want to buy tickets for the crawfish boil?
You just come that day. It's
Okay,
while
just
supplies
show up.
last.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Great community support. We've got a lot of community sponsorship out there helping us that really believe in the program of Crime Stoppers. But come out, check it out. Have a great time, eat, and then be on your way. It's not an all-day event for you. It's just something to come by and join in and go.
All right, perfect. Jill, Nicole, thank you both so much for joining me today and talking about the great event. Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll be in our Pensacola studios talking about events in Escambia County.